So I thought I would do a garden tour for you guys. Show you all the things in my yard, because it's pretty awesome back here. This is a wall of sunflowers. It was just a wall of weeds, but when I moved here, I planted a whole bunch of pots and put sunflowers in them and chamomile, which has been awesome. I'm picking it and drying it. This is funny though. Check this out. So sunflowers, right? They're all pretty short blended sunflowers. This one sunflower is like, nope. It's up to probably 12 feet right now. So. And this year, I really wanted to have some flowers in the yard, so I grew snapdragons from seed because I remember them when I was growing up. And I grew sweet peas, and they smell so good. But yeah, lots of anywhere I could put flowers, I put flowers, because why not? So I figured I'd take you on a tour of the garden and show you what I've got. So you saw pictures of kind of the circle that I did last year. Same idea this year, except this year I wisened up and actually took the time to do some important things like adding compost and making the soil better. So this one is my cucumbers. I've got like 3 different kinds: cucamelons, pickling cukes, and tasty greens. And they've got this awesome cattle panel trellis, which they are trying so hard to climb, but you know. And I do a lot of companion growing, which means that's why I've got beets planted right below, and they'll fill up the gaps in between. Those big fluffy plant right here is nasturtiums, and they are big bright orange flowers, which are edible, that will grow and climb. So hopefully that grows. This is my over-the-top crazy kale patch. The kale patch is it's from last year. I planted the plants last year, and sure enough, they came back, and they did not care. They're kale. They don't give a shit. They're gonna grow. Onions, scallions, and leeks. I'm so excited to grow my own leeks, because, leeks. So the tomatoes have gone nuts this year. I grew them all from seed. They're doing pretty awesome. This one is so... the trunk on it is huge, but doesn't have a lot of flowers on it, so I'm not sure what it thinks it's doing. It's an early girl breed, so we'll see. No tomatoes yet. We're looking at July 14th. But these guys are totally going to put out fruit very soon. I would say by the time I get back from my trip next week, they will be good to go. Oh, look. See the rabbit? He's one of like hundreds out here. So this is my peppers. They're Hungarian cheese blend and California Wonder. I had a tent over them to try and keep it warmer, and it didn't work, so now they rely on the sun, and hopefully that will work. Beets. I'm kicking myself for not growing beets pretty much forever. I don't understand why I've not always grown beets, because they are so easy, and boy are they awesome. They taste great, so I don't know why. Carrots. Insane carrot patch, which is doing really, really, really well, and they're getting there. They're almost ready to harvest, but middle of July, so if I can harvest them over the next few weeks, that would be all right. More tomatoes. There's a lot of tomatoes in this garden, but that's the way it is. Pretty much every single one has fruit on it, but none of the fruit's ripe, which is, I feel like it's a little behind schedule. So more tomatoes, as always, with the marigolds, because marigolds. They've kept everything pretty pest free, actually. I used them last year, and this year no different. Everything's pest free. Tomatoes. This is funny. So this tomato plant decided it was going to grow out of the side of my garden container. Just grow out of the side. And it's now, 2 feet tall? So I'm just put a stake in there, and I'm just going to let it grow. Because if it wants to grow, I have no idea what kind it is. It's probably one left over from last year. More tomatoes. So Lots of tomatoes in here, but you know what? I love tomatoes, and they're pretty easy. Potatoes, which are looking great, and companion planting with the potatoes means I planted some carrots, which are okay for early potatoes, but you know, not so much for later because they're both root veggies. And last, but holy cripes not least, is the zucchini. This is a breed of zucchini called Raven, and Jesus, it is it's huge. I've plucked some flowers and stuffed them with cheese and totally cooked the flowers, but man, oh man, the amount of zucchinis I'm getting off these guys is nuts. Every single plant has several on the go. And they're notoriously they're a smaller zucchini, so I'm probably gonna pick them, and I'm probably gonna eat them while they're small, because really, she says as she discovers a gigantor zucchini. Whoops. So yeah, that's my tour of my garden. It's pretty successful this year, and then the year's not even over. We're getting to harvest time, and I'm kind of excited for how it's gonna go. And the flowers. Ooh, one last thing. So this is a total experiment. There's a few hot weather crops that I've been wanting to grow, but they are so temperamental. This is eggplant, and I've got flowers, and it's looking pretty good, but I'm not sure it's going to succeed here in Canada because I've talked to several people, and nobody has had luck with eggplant. So, you know. Another hot weather crop that I'm trying over here along the sunny side of the house. A few more tomato plants in some upside down buckets, which are not working out as well as I thought they would be. But experiment. And that is this. Watermelon. So this is actually doing well enough. I'm probably going to take the cloche off now and leave it off. Because I wasn't sure it was going to make it due to it needs so much heat. But we'll see. Maybe baby watermelons in the future. And butternut squash, again, not sure it's going to make it. These guys have all had good compost. They've all had, you know, oodles of good stuff for them, good fertilizers, but they're just, certain plants are just not going to do it. So, anyways, that's a tour of my garden. And I know I've been wanting to show you for a while, and I apologize for the delay, but it looks pretty spectacular right now. And, yeah. All right. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.